All right, so I know you're supposed to ask me a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
I was thinking we could do like a little rock, paper, scissors and go back and forth. How's that sound?
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh.
What is that? What is that?
I did.
Is that paper?
Yeah.
Perfect. NASCAR Nation, what is going on? Mamba Smith here. My guy, Grayson Dean Walcott of Grayson Dean Racing. How did you get started? What drew you to driving karts like you're doing right now?
Well, I was 2 years old and I always liked cars, and I just watched TV and I watched like the NASCAR and Formula One, and I just had all these toy cars, and I always just looked up cars, and I'm like, I want to be a race car driver one day.
I started racing. My parents got me a go-kart when I was 4. It was a kid kart, and my dad knew nothing about racing. From Vermont, like no one really knows anything that much. That Vermont has a big racing culture up there. So the first time I drove it, I lived on a dirt road, and my dad stood at one end of the road, and our neighbor stood at the other, and he said, drive at me as fast as you can, hit the brakes, slide, and try to get back the other way as fast as you can. So what he was doing was teaching me how to drive out of a slide, out of a drift, right? So that was my first introduction to racing when I was 4 years old. You remind me of myself when I was getting going, and there was things that nobody told me, and there was no one for me to look to, because when I was getting started, the only people that looked like me it was really Bubba. Like it was me and Bubba and a couple other kids, but we were spread out all over the country, so we never got to really race together.
Yeah.
As you look forward, what's your next steps? Like where do you want to get to into the future?
I want to be just like a professional race car driver. I'm up for any offers. So.
Yeah. Hey, the kid knows what to say. He's up for anything. He doesn't. You don't care. NASCAR, F1, IndyCar, any of it, all of it. No one's done that. Yeah, we can do all of it. We can do all of it. What's the most fun thing about driving for you?
Winning.
That's the best, right?
Winning.
Okay, G. Who would you like to see win the first ever NASCAR street race in Chicago?
It's probably going to be either Denny, Bubba, Chase. Right now, I just don't know at all. But I feel like it's just going to be a good race. And I really want all the NASCAR drivers to like this track, because I'll be angry if they don't.
You don't want to make the kid mad. He'll come get your job. He's not, but he's ready to go. G, thank you so much for your time, man. I'm excited to watch you and your career and keep doing your thing.
Thank you.
And y'all make sure you watch the Chicago street race right here in the heart of Chicago. NASCAR's first one ever. We're gonna be there. We're ready to go. Let's see what happens.